Okay, I started a new drawing. We're going to talk about creating surface bodies. Now, I'm going to go extruded surface. I'm going to start at the top plane here. I'm just going to extrude extrude a surface like that. Okay, and let's go ahead and mid-plane, make it a cylinder. Okay, and it's just a hollow tube right now. But now I could go and make a planar surface, on like the ends right here, and then we got our enclosed surface. Now we can, right now it's just a surface body, but I can convert it to a solid body, by using the thicken command, of course. However, what I'm going to do now is actually go do an extruded surface. Whoops. Make sure nothing's selected. Well, in surfaces, the edges are always blue instead of yellow like they are in solids, so apparently. But let me go draw a sketch. On this plane here, and I'm just going to draw a couple of lines on this. Oops. Oh, okay, exit sketch. Okay, I'm gonna extrude this out. Okay, mid-plane. Make sure it cuts completely through the cylinder, and voila, we had a couple of surfaces there. Now, what we can do next is go into the trim surfaces command and select all these. I'll tell you, this program really needs better in situ help, because it's just not obvious how to use this stuff. Anyway, we want to do a mutual trim is what the deal is, and we select all three surfaces. Okay, then in sections to keep, we want to keep this, we want to keep this, and I deleted this cap because that might have been confusing the thing, I don't know. But that's pretty much all it takes. Now we got an enclosed surface, and we can use the thicken command, to thicken all those, and we're trying to just convert it to a solid, and so voila, now we got a solid body. So I'll go ahead and turn this off. This other guy kind of works with this on all the time, so it's kind of neat. But anyway, so now we got a solid body that we can work with. Anyway, well, okay, I went and drawn another body just to show you the other thing that the trim surface can do. Because if you leave it as standard, okay, well, we got that right. Okay, but in our keep sections, or remove sections, we got both, but I'm going to leave it on keep sections. Okay, and standard means that this will be, I think, the cutting object of these two planes. And notice the centers of them aren't selected, so I'm going to go ahead and choose all, and what it did is this actually cut out a hole between these planes, so we can hide that. And you can see the plane now has a bunch of holes cut in it. So anyway, that's what that kind of does. Now, I could, if I wanted to, go grab these sons of bitches and thicken it, so we can thicken it to 10 millimeters. Uh-oh. I guess I can only thicken one at a time. That makes some sense, I suppose. Okay, that's created a plate, so I'll just leave that as a surface. So, but at any rate, it's a plate, surface, but if you look at it, you can see, okay, well, it thickened it this direction, so again, it was sort of a one-dimensional surface, so it's really no different than if I just cut a hole in it, except that I'd imagine this hole is slightly elliptical. It should be slightly elliptical because that went in at an angle, so that should have created an ellipse in this plane. So, I just saw that, if this would have been more tilted. But at any rate, it's pretty cool. Okay, what I did was I used the rollback bar to go back to the surface so I can make a copy of it. So, and I, because you can actually move parts on this. I'm not sure if it's on the frickin' bar here though. Yeah, it really should be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not. But you can find this in multiple places. I don't know why the hell, but it's move copy. I don't know why the hell, it's not available in more places than this. But you can actually move surfaces. Now I created a copy of it. But you can actually move surfaces without having to use an explosion diagram, or move bodies or surfaces. And that's what I did. I created a copy of the surface. So anyway, I wanted to see if I can knit this together into an object using surface tools, but let me try to figure that out. Yeah, what I'm doing here is I'm basically using this boundary surface still. Now this thing's really tricky and it's got a lot of capabilities beyond just this. Be sure to, if you pick it, be sure to pick the points close to each other. It's kind of like doing an extrude or a loft or whatever, because otherwise you'll create a crisp. Oops, shit. I guess you can select it between surfaces too. I don't know. But try to select it close to the same side, so it doesn't create a twist. And by the way, that enter key is supposed to, repeat the last command, but I swear to God that never works. But anyway, I use this to create this center section too. So basically that created an enclosed volume, but it's still just a bunch of, surfaces. Separate surface bodies. But, see if I can use the thicken. Do something about that. Nope. This may not work with boundary surfaces, I don't know. So, because they're a special type of surface. I mean, it kind of worked like I was expecting, but this may not work with, it's really not doing shit. Hold on, let me clear the selection. Let's try it the hard way. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Okay, by the way, if you have a plane visible, this could be one of your main reference planes. If you hold down the control key and drag it, it'll create a new plane for you. So, anyway. But yeah, I don't know about these boundary surfaces. I'm watching a video on them right now, but I'm not sure why I can't convert this to a solid very easily. I'm sure there's some way of doing it. I'll come back to it later if there's a way. But I gotta make a video on copying and moving parts.